Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're doing something different. Today I'm starting a podcast. It's going to be called Upscaled with Jacob, where we talk about any and everything like every other podcast. Like and share the video and let me know in the comments how you enjoyed the podcast today. So, hey guys, this is my new podcast. I'm so excited. Um for starters, this is not my first time recording this. This was like my fifth time. I kept deleting everything because it just wasn't making sense to me. Also because I wanted my podcast to be like 15, 20, 25 minutes the most. And after doing research and listening to a few podcasts, all the podcasts that I reviewed and listened to, they were all 45 to an hour and more. So I guess it's gonna be 45 minutes to an hour. Um, I didn't wanna. I was thinking to myself, like, who's really gonna listen to me for 45 minutes to an hour? And then I was just like, you know what? It's okay. As long as they listen to most of it, I'm gonna put some in the description. I'm gonna put little time stamps where the most interesting points are in the podcast. So if you want to go look down there, you can. I don't know if I'm gonna put any down in there. It depends on what we talk about today. I don't know if I'm gonna put any today, but you can go ahead and check. Maybe I will. Okay, so today's topic. By the way, it's not the podcast is not just gonna be focused on. I mean, it's gonna be mainly focused on the topic that we have for today, but we might get a little sidetracked and go on to another topic. Anyways, so the topic of for today is gonna be this one. Okay. Well, hold on. I just thought about something. So the other day I was on TikTok and this girl, she had a viral video. Like, I forgot how long ago, but she had a viral video, and then I haven't seen her post. Well, I haven't seen her TikToks in a long time. Why? Mind you, this is not my first time recording a podcast. So after ending my podcast, I had to take a break because, like, I was just sitting there, like, okay, this podcast wasn't making sense to me. So I was like, okay, let me just go on my phone and watch some TikToks. So I get on the TikTok, and why the girl, I haven't seen her in such a long time, right? She's frying chicken, and I thought it was just gonna be like a basic, frying chicken tutorial. Why is she frying chicken? Okay, first of all, here was the first problem. She showed us the chicken as they were frying, so she didn't even give us like the step by step in the beginning. She just showed us the final results in the beginning. Why is she frying chicken in an aluminum pan? Like them aluminum pans you get from like the dollar store or Walmart, Target, whatever. You can see that. You see at cookouts. First of all, I never even knew you can fry. I never knew those were like. I mean, okay, wait. Now that I think about it, I was gonna say I never knew they were flammable like that. But then I realized, like, if you go to a baby shower, and you know how they're heating up the food, and there's like these little candles on there. But that still doesn't even make any sense because a stove flame compared to a little candle flame is way different. But anyways, she's literally frying chicken in an aluminum pan. Then she goes onto the steps. Her raw chicken is laying in the sink, not in a bowl, pot, nothing, just in the sink. She seasoned the chicken, but she doesn't even season both sides. She literally seasons one side of the chicken with the same seasoning. Then after seasoning the chicken, she takes the chicken, dips it in, puts it in flour. But the problem with me was she used like a grocery bag to put the chicken. Like, she put the flour in a grocery bag. She put the flour in the grocery bag, put the chicken in, and started mixing it. The problem is, why are you using a grocery bag? First of all, It was a Walmart bag. The Walmart bag was it looked so worn down, like you could tell, because Walmart bags are real cheap, so like they rip a little easy, so like the handle was like about to rip off and everything, like it was so worn down. And why are you using a Walmart bag at that? You couldn't use like a Ziploc bag or anything. You just used a Walmart bag. Like you put everything in there, all the stuff that you touch and everything in that bag, and then you're gonna use that bag to make your food. And that was the part that really got to me, because like, why would you? I mean, I know the raw chicken in the sink was bad and all, but that part really got to me. Cause why would you do that? And then she shows another clip of the chicken frying, and that really got to me too. Because like, how is that? Why? And then I read the comments. This one of the chefs, not a chef. He's some guy on YouTube that I am subscribed to. But he was like, oh, maybe next time get a frying pan or use a pot to fry it. And then this lady commented under him saying, oh, not you being the judge of people's living circumstances and their financial stability. And I don't really know how I feel about that. I was like, okay, I mean, go off, I guess. I'm not saying she's right, but I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm not saying she's wrong, but I'm not saying she's right either, because I don't even know where I'm getting with this point. I just wanted to share that with you. I just really felt like I needed to share that. And I might include pictures because I did screenshot it and it was really bothering me. So, anyways, today's topic is going to be I was gonna say customer service, or like, I don't want to mainly put retail workers, but basically working in general. So, I feel like workers are, I mean, okay, everybody gets treated in the workspace, everybody gets treated wrong. But like, I really feel a particular way with retail workers. Retail workers, I feel like they just go through so much for so little, but like just go through so much. Anyways, like I don't even know how to deeply explain it. I'm a retail worker, and I feel like the disrespect that I receive, I'm not gonna say on a weekly basis. Like, it's not daily, but it's a couple times a week. And the disrespect, it's just like, why? I don't know how people could be so rude. First of all, rude to other people in general, and especially to people who are basically not serving you, but like, attending to you. How can you be so rude to them? I mean, let me give you a previous example, which happened to me. I didn't work today. Today's Thursday. Yesterday, Wednesday. So, self-checkout is 20 items or less. We allow people with more than 20 items sometimes to come in, but there's more than one register open, so you can go to a register. So this lady, she was with her sister and her nieces and nephews and kids or whatever. Before they got into line, because I seen that they were making their way to self-checkout. Self-checkout already got a long line. So I thought, maybe I should just let people know with big cards before they get to self-checkout that they need to go to a register. So that's what I did. I told a lady as she's passing by, oh no, you need to go to a register. You have more than 20 items. And the first lady, let's say her name is Lisa. Lisa looked at me and said, oh, not all this is mine. Some of it's my sister. And I was like, oh, okay, I understand. So if you want, you can get another cart and separate it. Lisa goes, okay, that's what I'm going to do. like in that tone, like what, like she had the hand motions, the facial expressions, like a disgusted, like why are you talking to me type of face. She was like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm like, okay, you could go ahead. I didn't say it to her. I said it to myself out loud. I was like, okay, and you could go ahead and do that. You don't have to be so, feisty with me. I'm just letting you know you couldn't come to self checkout with more than 20 items. So I guess she tells her sister about it. And her sister, so there's Lisa, and then her sister's name is gonna be Ashley. So I guess she tells Ashley about what I had told her. So the line's already long. They are all in the back line. So the lines are moving, whatever. So they make it to the front. Why does Ashley? Okay, she didn't have to say nothing to me, nothing at all. She goes out loud as she's like transfer her stuff from her sister cart to her cart. Oh, that's real unprofessional of you. I was like, what's unprofessional? She was like, you don't need to let everybody know that I have more than 20 items. And I had to look at her like, what do you mean by that? There's really not no business. Like, I was so confused when she said that, because I had to take a moment to myself, like, there's not really no putting no people's business out there. Like, there's nothing to put out there. Your cart is, it's not like your cart is solid and no one can see what's in your cart. And then on top of that, there's not really what business is. What did I say? That was so, I don't know, revealing. What I'm trying to figure out. What do you mean? So I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? She's like, yo, you don't need to be putting no people's business out there, and it shouldn't matter that I have more than 20 items because all this stuff doesn't even belong to her. Okay. That's fine. I was just letting y'all know. Self checkout is 20 items or less. Ashley goes, how do you know if I, whoa, sorry. She goes, how do you even know I was going to go purchase my stuff right now? I could have just been passing by as a regular customer. That's very unprofessional. I'm like, it doesn't matter. She was like, what do you mean it doesn't matter? She was like, it does matter. I was like, it doesn't matter. I was just letting you know. She was like, it does matter. And we're like going back and forth, like, it doesn't matter, whatever. She's like, I don't even care. Like, just stop talking to me. I'm like, okay, ma'am, no problem. Have yourself a blessed night. This register is open for you whenever you're ready. And then she started talking, like saying some stuff under her breath as she was walking away. But here's what really had got me so upset, because first of all, don't talk to me. Why are you talking to people like that? Like, how can you, like, I don't know if you was already angry or what, but don't talk to me like that. Like, don't talk to people in general like that. Second of all, I had, like, literally 10 minutes after that whole situation, I was thinking to myself, wow, I could have really been saying some stuff. Like, when she was like, oh, how did you know I was even getting ready to buy my stuff right now? When she said that, you know what I could have said? I could have been like, okay, ma'am, well, if you was okay, ma'am, well, if you were still continuing to shop and I told you that, all you had to say was, oh, I'm not done shopping yet. That's all you had to say and keep it going. There was no need for the attitude. See, that right there, that would have elevated the whole escalation. And I'm not here for the arguments, but when you get your point across, it's really the best feeling in the world. I mean, we both didn't get our points across, so that's probably why I was a little frustrated and she was a little frustrated. But her point wasn't making any sense. She wasn't making any sense in general. Literally, all I was letting you know is, so check those 20 items or less. If you was continuing to shop, you could have kept shopping. You could have just told me I'm not done shopping and kept it going. But no. So, with that being said, this is not the first. Like, this is like a reoccurring every week, couple times a week, sometimes a couple times a day situation. And it's only when I'm at self-checkout. Other than that, at register, I have no. Actually, I lied. sometimes at the register these customers act crazy, but that's not the point. The point is you can't disrespect. I hate when people disrespect service people. We You can't, like, retail workers. I'm just gonna say retail workers just for the sake. You cannot disrespect retail workers or like people who are serving you. Just like whether you're at a drive-through, Walmart, Target. Why are you? You don't do that. That's so rude. Like, I hate when it happens to my coworkers. I hate when it happens to me. It really just irks my nerve. I hate when I see it around me. Like, why are you talking to this person this type of way? It's none of my business to be hopping in my coworkers' arguments. I see what goes on and I know what's right. So I'm not gonna sit there. I mean, if the customer's literally like bashing my coworker, I'm gonna hop in there. But if it's the other way around, like, okay, I'm not gonna, if these people, like, if I was working and I gave you attitude, I will understand the attitude back. But like the I don't even know what is it. I don't know, but the attitude, like, coming in, like this one lady, I just, before I had clocked in, I seen her around the store. She was at electronics. She was already giving the people at electronics a hard time. So I'm praying to God, like, listen, God, don't let her come into my register. Turns out I didn't even go to a register. I went to self checkout. I'm praying to God, like, please don't let this lady come into self checkout. She has more than 20 items and she has the nastiest attitude. So I don't want to engage with that today. Not really. But she comes into self checkout, and that's everything just go crazy. My coworker telling her. So here's how it starts off. My coworker goes, "Oh, you can't come into self checkout. You have more than 20 items." She goes, "Oh, what do you mean?" My coworker pointed out to the sign that says 20 items or less, you have to go to register. Her partner had started taking stuff out the cart because they had 2 carts full of stuff. She started taking stuff out the cart and going to a register, and she left her cart in the middle. So literally, she would take some of the stuff to the register, scan it, go back to the cart, take the rest of the stuff out, go back to the register, scan it, and do that multiple times. So she's doing that, and the ladies just already talking junk. "Oh, I don't know why y'all think we're stealing this and that. I got money, I buy whatever, this and that." And I'm literally in a sideline. Like, there's two of my coworkers up front, and I'm in the back of the self checkout, and I'm just sitting there looking like, oh wow, what is wrong with this lady, this and that. So my other coworker, she comes up to me, he's like, "Oh, how's your day going?" Because that's our thing. We like to ask each other how our day going, how we feel or whatever. I'm like, I really don't like the vibes of self checkout. She's like, "Oh, really? I know you rather be at a register." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'd rather be at a register." I guess the customer was listening. The lady, because mind you, these were literally the only people on self checkout at the moment. She goes, "Oh yeah, I made a mistake." So she's listening to our conversation. Like, I'm looking at her. No, I'm not looking at her, but like towards the end of when me and my coworker was having that little conversation about how I want to go to the register, I could see her like looking at me like as I'm speaking. She was like, "Oh, okay, so now you want to be petty." She literally said out loud as she was staring at me and walking and go get her stuff from the cart that she had left in the middle to go finish scanning. So I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know if that was a threat, but go off, I guess. So literally, the lady goes, she's just literally talking junk, like saying anything and everything about everybody. She didn't say nothing about me. And then I just felt like, okay, you know what? You're being petty. I did have the mindset. I did go over there to be a little petty. So I went behind her with my coworker real quick, and I was like, cause she had after she said, oh, now you're about to be petty. I'm like, I looked at her, and me and my coworker looked at her, and my coworker was like, what did you say? And then I don't think she had responded, but we didn't get to finish talking about how her day was and all that other stuff. So we go back to talking to each other about how our days and stuff was. So I said out loud, well, I really don't care about this, you know? And I said that out loud behind her. The customer gonna go, oh, so you don't? And I turned to the customer, I really don't. I sure don't. She was like, she was taunting me. She was literally, oh, this is your job, this and that. You work, my job, this and that. I was like, okay. I really didn't have no words to say to her after she was taunting me. So I just stayed quiet and minded my business. Why my manager come over here, she starts arguing with the manager, talking about, oh, I'll beat everybody up and this and that. Why she turned to me and goes, oh, and I'll get my brother on you. Some other stuff. I looked at her like, what are you even talking about? I'm literally sitting there minding my business, leaned up against the pole, watching, because we got these little computers, watching the computer, making sure she's scanning everything. I'm not even paying attention to you. I'm just looking at the screen. I have an AirPod in. I'm not even worried about you. And you get your brother on me? I'm like, ma'am, do what you gotta do, do whatever you gotta do. Because I'm not going back and forth for you. I didn't say that. All I said was do what you gotta do, and then I had to walk away because I had to walk away. But do what you gotta do, ma'am. I'm not even saying nothing to you. I'm not paying attention to you. I'm not helping you. Nothing at all. So then the general manager comes up out of nowhere, and he de-escalates the situation. She want to start acting right. No. Yeah, she want to start complying and act right when he comes up out of nowhere. And she's doing that and she's literally still talking junk about us. But okay, I think we get a little bit off topic. That wasn't the point. The point I was trying to get is disrespecting social workers. I mean, that was embarrassing. Disrespecting service workers and like retail workers is just so nasty. It makes your character look so bad. Like, I don't know how people do that. Like, I mean, like literally customers would get mad at me for the simplest things. If you're a cashier, I don't know if people know this, but if cashiers have nothing to do with what's in the system, nothing to do with the prices, we don't have nothing to do with that. So the fact that you can sit here and curse people out and this and that because you can't get this lady, she got one of those little LG, oh, sorry, my voice cracked. She got one of these the little real expensive LG, I think, air conditioners or the heaters or both, 2-in-1, whatever. All I know, it was LG, and LG heaters and air conditioners be real expensive. And mind you, I forgot how much it was, but it was $200 and something. Why she comes up, I ring it, she's like, oh, how much is it? I said $200. She said $200, I thought it was $69. No, it's not $69, it's $200. Okay, kind of get not off track, but like I had to stop that story right there. You're telling me, look at this item. Like, I don't really think people be putting their brains into things. You telling me this looks like a $69 item, even if it was to go on clearance sales or anything? You really think it would drop that low to $69? An LG heater, air conditioner, you really thought that was gonna be $600? I mean, well, $69. Like, why don't people use their I don't, literally $69. You're telling me You seen this for $69. You think this is $69. The fact that you could think that this is $69, it really blows my mind. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I'm not even gonna get back to the story. The point of this was we are not in control. We're not in control of anything. We're literally just ringing you out. Whatever pops up on the screen is what the price is. Just because you've seen it for, I don't know, $6, it's not going to be $6. This lady, Wednesday, believe it or not, she goes, oh, she has some fondant, and the fondant, I think it was like $8.98. She read the unit price, which is $5.98, but the store is selling it as $8.98. So she read the wrong thing on the tag, and then she was upset with me because she read it wrong, and she wants it for $5.98. And I had to pretend that I was the manager, and I had to let her know that, because I had to let her know that it was not going to be $5.98. It's just not. It's not going to drop. Literally on the tag, the price, I don't know why she looked in a little red corner for her price, but obviously the big number on the tag is going to be the price, but we're not. Anyways, I think that also got a little bit sidetracked. The point is, once again, you can't disrespect. I feel like there's just no disrespect needed towards any any service workers, whether you work at McDonald's, employees, Walmart employee, Target. No, there's just no disrespect. Unless the disrespect is given to you, there's just no reason to get a little feisty, over your mistake. You're the one who write the price wrong. I'm just ringing it up and letting you know, hey, this is the price, want it or not. Another thing about service workers, retail, let me see. I don't know. There's just a lot. My problem is, as a retail worker, it's the customers. A little bit of the staff, but we're not going to talk about it. They're not ready for that conversation. It's the customers. It's just I can't even blame. I don't even think I could blame it on the environment that it's in. I mean, maybe it has partial to do with it, but it just gets deeper than what it actually is supposed to be, has to be. So I don't think it's the environment. I just think, I don't know, literally every time I get cursed out, every time I get into an argument, I just ask myself, what's in the water today? Because, what are y'all drinking? And literally, these whole situations, most of these situations happen, Wednesday situation, it happened literally because of the stimulus. The stimulus, first of all, everybody was at my job buying everything. This lady spent $1,300, I think, and $1,312 and some change. And I had to remember that because I had to take a mental note. This is what you're not supposed to do. She literally basically, okay. Well, okay, I'm just say this. She basically spent her whole stimulus at Walmart. You can tell because it was $1,300 and some change. But she did have a couple kids with her. So I don't even remember how many kids. I think she had 3. Well, one. Actually, I don't even know if those are her kids. But if they were her kids, I think she had 3 or 4. I'm not sure the math of that right now. But that's a lot of money. I was trying to search it up, but I can't because I can't find a calculator app. But that's a lot of money, like way too much money. So I kind of maybe understand her point. So let's just say it wasn't her kids. That stimulus check, stimulus check is hers. She literally spent her whole check at Walmart, which really mind boggled me and my other associate because we were looking at each other like, wow, isn't this for like, she bought like comforters and toys for the kids. So in my mind, I was like, you know what you could have did with $1,400? You could have literally, okay, in reality, you really can't do, I mean, that's a lot. I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if it's a lot or a little. I mean, I guess right now it would be a lot, but like in reality, it's really not that much. But because obviously you could see how quickly she blew through it. But you know what you could have put some money. First of all, you could have saved that money. You could have paid some bills with that money. You could have I don't know, grocery shopping. She got a whole bunch of toys and comforters, but like, where's the clothes, the shoes? You know, I'm not materialistic things like getting it to get it because you have the money to get it, or getting it because you like, not saying because you like it, but getting it because, you know, you guys could have used a couple more pairs of pants or a couple shirts. That's how I was looking at it, but maybe I might have been wrong. Anyways, the point was she spent too much money in there. I don't know how she did it, but yeah, Wednesday, most of these incidents happen on crazy days when people get paid income taxes, stimulus, especially now.